Welcome to another edition of the 393 Legacy, a Guerrilla podcast. It's a special edition podcast. With me are members of the play this weekend, and just a few of them, not all of them. And so we're sitting here on the set of the play this weekend. And so before we get too far along, I want to make sure that we get a chance to introduce them. But really, we're going to emphasize this a couple times, but Friday and Saturday, 7 p.m. and it is free. So come on out for great entertainment and come in through the district office doors off of 7th Street. The doors will be open, and so we hope everybody can come out and support these amazing students and their talent in the theater. So, Elizabeth, if you want to grab the microphone, you might let the listeners know who you are and a little bit about yourself.
I'm Elizabeth Ohl. I'm a senior. I play the maid Reba, and I have been doing theater since freshman year.
All right.
I'm Rebekah, and
Rebekah, hold on. I know. I'm going to interrupt you. What's your last name?
I'm Rebekah Westerman.
There you go. Good.
I play Miss Kirby and the Grand Duchess in the play, and I just started doing theater this year. I'm a freshman.
Awesome.
I'm Jakayla Melleny. I'm a senior. My parents are Jamie and Sean Melleny. I play Alice Sycamore, and this is my first year in theater.
Awesome.
I am Jase Wendlandt. I'm a senior. My parents are Katie Wendlandt and Andrew Michaels. I've been doing theater since 8th grade, and I play Paul Sycamore, the father.
Cool.
I'm Aryana Burge. I am a sophomore. I play as Gay Wellington the drunk. My mother is Carissa Ford, and my dad is Jordan Robonic, and this is my first year in the theater.
Well, great. So last night, we're shooting this right after the board meeting last night, and so our board members had a great opportunity to come and check out a scene from Act 2, I believe, and it was great. And boy, did you guys play the part, and you did an amazing job, and it was good. And you're exactly right. Right off, the drunk grandma passes out in the chair, not to give away too much, and it is definitely a comedy. It is a comedy. So first off, I don't even think I gave the you sort of set the scene for us. What's the name of the play? And then tell us a little bit about what is the play about.
So the name of the play is You Can't Take It With You, and I think it's about, like, you just can't, just live life a little bit, and
Sure. You
don't have to, be forced to go and sing. Just, be what you want to do.
Sure. Jase, tell me a little bit about, what is the, it sets up as far as the time frame, the era. What is the era? And a little bit more, as we're sitting here on the set, you can see some of the different props around. Tell us a little bit more about how the makeup of the play goes.
So the play is set in the 1930s in New York. We can see, we have a typewriter over there.
A typewriter. Wait a second. Time out. There's a typewriter. Do you guys even know what that is?
We do know what a typewriter is.
Just check it out.
We've done extensive research.
Because for the listeners, they're like, of course a typewriter, but you guys wouldn't even know what that is until a play, of course. So
we also have a printing press, actually.
And a printing press. There you go. All right. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. We have a bunch of just different things you would see from the 1930s that all the different family members do for their hobbies. We have darts because Grandpa likes to play darts. We have painting. There's just a lot of stuff that you would not expect a normal family to just have in their basement, or snakes in an aquarium on a buffet. It's
Yeah. So who wants to go now? You might just pass it on down.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about your character, and what do you remind the listeners, because we introduced all the roles before, but what's your character again? And then what's it feel like to step into that role?
Okay, so I play Alice Sycamore. She's the daughter of Mrs. Sycamore and Mr. Sycamore, and she's kind of like the normal one of the family. She's just trying to introduce her future boyfriend to this crazy family. And I kind of relate to that in a way, because me bringing home friends to my crazy family, I got a pet pig, for instance. It's just a very interesting idea, and I kind of fit into that role.
Now, mom and dad may take a little offense to that if you're calling them that the crazy part of the family. Mm-hmm. They're normal. What are you talking about? So don't say that. It's normal.
Fun.
It's normal to you, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. I that was the part last night, and it was right when the introduction came in, of course, and the doorbell, and he walks in, and it definitely sets the stage for what I can only imagine Act 3 is like. And it was very, very funny. I can't emphasize how funny it is, and so that's always great to come out and set in a time period that I think gives an opportunity to really laugh at the era that it was. So a little bit. Okay, next question for you guys. It's you can't take it with you. Is the name. It's all about family, individuality, happiness, those kind of things, which we want for everybody nowadays too. It hasn't changed, whether it was then or whether it's now. How do you see those themes coming out in the play, and how do you hope that when you're out there in the audience and you're listening, how do you hope that how do you hope that makes them feel, or how are they going to have those takeaways?
Well, I hope to like take away that like not every family has to be perfect to like have enjoyment, because some people might have like different hobbies. Like we have one of our characters, Ed. He plays the xylophone a lot, and it's really random. But I think it's pretty funny, and I hope they like really enjoy it. Yeah,
it's not necessarily the instrument of choice nowadays. That's exactly right. So Elizabeth, tell me a little bit about what's maybe been the most challenging part of stepping into a role, and what's maybe been the hardest thing as you've prepared for Friday and Saturday.
I'd have to say playing the Southern Maid kind of just seemed like it came a little easily. My family always said it seemed like I had a bit of a Southern act. So it seemed a little easy to play that role. But the thing that I found challenging was being able to play that character with other people who sometimes struggle to get their characters.
Sure. Leads to my next question, which we talked about that it sets as a comedy. What is maybe, and this is for any of you, because it probably might be different. So a couple of you share this one. So you got the mic, so you got to share first, okay? What's your funniest moment, you might say? And then here's the deal. If she steals yours, you got to come up with a different one, because there's several funny moments just in the short time that I watched it. You don't want to give away you don't give away the final scene or anything, but what are maybe some funny moments that the audience gets a chance to maybe look forward to?
I'm going to have to say around the beginning of Act 3, when they start talking about the night after they were arrested.
Oh, okay. Cool. So, Jase is already laughing. So, see, there you go. There's forecasting right there.
One of my favorite moments is honestly whenever Grandpa is on stage saying anything.
And so, Grandpa on stage is played by who in our school?
Anthony Horsley.
And that boy can just dive right into a part for all the times that he's done it. I just love it. And I've said this with Jase. Those two, when they do their forensics and do their 2-act play, it just every single time it makes me just laugh and just love hearing them perform. So, so sorry. Continue on now.
But yeah, anytime he's on stage saying anything, like even if it's like a tiny little comment, it's always funny.
Yeah, he has a lot of those one-liners in the play.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Any other moments? Any of it? Yeah.
So it's a scene between me and my boyfriend Tony, where it's scene 2, where he asked me what took my heart, that he took my heart, and I said it was the back of his head. It was just funny.
I think one of the funniest scenes that at least in my opinion, we have a special guest who I will not reveal until Friday and Saturday. And his interaction with Grandpa, for even how short it is a very funny scene. And we thank him for all the work that he has put into his character as well. A big shout out to him. He's done a great job.
Okay.
I think a really funny part is just like not just because like that's my character, but when Gay Wellington is just flirting with people, especially like with the police officers. It's really funny because it's just random.
Well, that is something to look forward to. See, yeah, awesome. What about one of the great things you guys have been doing this? When did you start? When did you start rehearsing and trying out and everything? When was that?
Early September-ish.
Early September. That's the reason why I think it's several reasons. One, it's going to be a good show, okay? But number two, you guys have put in a ton of time. And, football, volleyball in the fall. They practice, play, and then you guys practice, and then you don't get to play till the very end. You know what I mean? And so it's so much different. There's so much time put into it. So one, thank you for that, because it truly is a commitment that people don't realize. Okay. And even though it'll be like you're 3 days away, so you're still trying to crunch those lines and make sure it flows. And I get all that, but kudos to where you're at right now. So there's always the other side of it. I regret not doing it my freshman year. I did it my sophomore, junior, senior year, and I look back and it's one of the things that I regretted as a freshman was not trying it because of the next question, appropriate. Let me start with appropriate. What are maybe some of the funny moments during rehearsal, or there are some favorite memories as you lead up, because all the time you spend together, are there maybe some other moments that you'd like to share with everybody? Appropriate, Jase, appropriate.
Well, this is one of the few appropriate ones that I can think of off the top of my head. But so me and Kolenkov, who is another character played by Regan Perry, we have these prop cigarettes that we get to use because our characters are smokers.
Right.
And so there's sometimes when we are off stage in the scenes where we'll just try to flip them up in the air and catch them with our mouths. And so that leads to a lot of funny moments when we're just sitting there and everyone sees us start just celebrating because we finally caught it.
Caught it. Yeah, exactly. Anybody else? Any moments? Or just memories?
During rehearsal, I'm sorry, but it was really funny to watch. Alice and Tony tried to be romantic. It's so funny. And I feel so bad, but it was really funny. I don't feel bad.
Sorry to call you out to Rebecca, but when me and Rebecca were singing Christmas music out in the hall, and I can remember Kolenkov just staring at us. It was just a fun time.
So as we sort of thank you for sharing, by the way, because there's so many of those things, because it doesn't matter what you're involved in, whether it's pep band, whether it's football, volleyball, or the theater, or forensics. It's usually the road trips if you're going to a away game, or it's usually the night of rehearsals and the lines and just hanging out with each other, and probably, I'm going to bet, creating a relationship with somebody that you didn't necessarily have a relationship with. That's one of the cool things about being a part of a team, because this is a team. I'm so glad it's back. We haven't always had a chance to have a play here, so I thank you for answering the call to the theater and to performing in front of people. That is hard, and it'll be wonderful. It'll be great. And so let's remind everybody, I got one more question, but remind everybody what time.
7.
There you go, 7 p.m. both nights, Friday and Saturday night. It is free. Make sure everybody comes out on that one, of course. That would be a great opportunity to bring everybody. Any last words on maybe why? Why should they show up, and what's so cool about this whole everything from the start in September to now, and what are maybe the thing that you're most proud of throughout this process, and then why should I come out to watch something that you're very, very proud of? That one wasn't on the cheat sheet. I know. You have lots to be proud of. You do.
We do. I would say that you should all come out because it's going to be a great time, obviously, but just because there's going to be a lot of laughs and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I mean, what reason do you have not to come out?
That's right.
I think something that I am most proud of, though, is how much work and dedication a lot of us have put into this. Rebecca here, just MVP of this play. She has taken on so much in such a little time. We thank her quite a lot. But everyone has just put in a lot of work, and it's great to see everyone really come out of their shells and play these characters who you never would think that they would be playing. It's just going to be a great time, and we would love to have you all out there.
And I would guess that most of you would not think that I'm going to pick up a book and talk about the 1930s era and what it was like in New York City at the time with a unusual unusual family, I should say, right? So that's not something, so you got to experience that too. That's something you'll be able to take with you forever. So that's cool. It is. Okay, anybody else? Sorry. No, don't give me the mic. We're good to go. So, Jase, thank you for wrapping that up. That is perfect, by the way. Not just these 5 individuals, but about 12, 13 of our high school students. And, man, they put in a lot of work. September, by the way. That goes beyond football season and volleyball season and cross country. And so, and some of these are involved in all those sports too, and doing all sorts of things and have lives outside of the theater as well. And so we thank all of you for your dedication, not just the ones here today. Wish you nothing but the best. I guess they say, good luck, break a leg, as they say. Let's not break a leg. Let's finish until Saturday, then break the leg, okay? But come out, support these wonderful students of ours, and we will see you here Friday at 7 and Saturday at 7. Thanks for listening to a wonderful special podcast talking all about theater and the upcoming play. So until next time, have a great week.